Yes. Today we are going to discuss about the meter bridge. Meter bridge, it is a sensitive instrument based on the Wheatstone bridge principle. Okay, so its principle is the Wheatstone bridge. This is the Wheatstone bridge. In the previous video we had discussed about it, and in balance condition it is the P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Already we have discussed. Now meter bridge is based on the same concept, same principle. Okay, so here the four wires were there to form a parallelogram, and the galvanometer is connected and cell is connected here. In the same way you can connect all the circuits in the meter bridge also. Okay, why we say it as a meter bridge? Because we use a 1 meter wire here, and wooden scale is also mounted just below this wire so that we can take the readings. Okay, these are the conductors, metallic strips. Okay, this and this. Okay, so in one arm of this we had connected a resistance box, that is the variable resistor. We can change the value of the resistance according to the requirement. And in the second gap we add the unknown resistance wire, whose resistance you have to find, or the specific resistance you can find. Okay, and the galvanometer is connected like this, cell and the key. Now how can you remember the circuit diagram? It's very easily. Just compare this circuit diagram with the circuit of the Wheatstone bridge. You can see when we get the zero deflection in the galvanometer, we can treat this point as a null point. Okay, it is known as the null point. It is the jockey galvanometer with a shunt. Shunt means the small resistance wire. So when we get the zero deflection, what we do here in working of the meter bridge, we slide this jockey from one point to another point. At a particular point we get the deflection 0 in the galvanometer. That is the no current is flowing. So 1 arm, 2 arm, 3 arm and the 4 arm, it just like the Wheatstone at that time, and no current is flowing. In that case it is the balanced Wheatstone bridge, you can say. So it is the P, you can say AB is the P and the BC is just like the Q. So AB is P, it is the Q, you can say it is the P, this is the Q. So BC is the Q, and between the B and D you can see it is the galvanometer connected now. So between B and D galvanometer is connected, and between A and C another cell is connected with key. Between A and C, so between A and C you can see a cell with key is connected here. So this is similar diagram, circuit diagram you can see, and you can remember easily. Okay, circuit diagram of the meter bridge. Now how it works, what we'll do here in starting from the resistance box. Suppose we take out 1 ohm resistance. Okay, it means now the resistance will offer 1 ohm resistance in the circuit. Okay, so now after that what you will do, you will slide the jockey from starting from A, because the current flows from positive to negative. So current is flowing from A to C. So from A to C you are moving your jockey sliding over this wire. Okay, slightly, gently. So suppose at a point B you get the zero deflection in the galvanometer. So note down this balancing length. Suppose that length is L. Okay, that length is suppose L. And so P is equal to, at that time here P is equal to L. So L and the Q, for Q it is the 100 minus L length. Okay, so P is the resistance, Q is the resistance, just like the PQRS. So P resistance it is the L length, and for the Q it is the 100 minus L. So we can find a formula to find the value of the S also. See the resistance of part AB, that is the P, you can say. So P is equal to rho L upon A. Why? Because you know formula rho is equal to R, okay, and A by L. It was the formula, na? So P is here resistance. P is the resistance. So P is equal to rho L upon A. From here you can write. Okay. So it is the L, and the resistance of BC. Okay. So it is the Q resistance. It is equal to rho 100 minus L, because the total length is 100 centimeter. Rho 100 minus L upon A. Okay, if we divide the both, we get P upon Q is equal to L upon 100 minus L. Okay, and since P upon Q is equal to R upon S in balance condition, so we can write here, from here we can take, so L upon 100 minus L is equal to R upon S, or S is equal to R 100 minus L upon L. So putting the values of R, first you will take the first observation at R is equal to 1 ohm, then 2 ohm, then 3 ohm, okay, and then find the S, and after all the observations you will, after the calculation, you will find the mean or the average value. That will be the correct value. So using this formula, putting the values of the L and R in this equation, we can find the unknown resistance of the given wire S. Okay, and once suppose S is found, in that case you can find the resistivity also. We can find the resistivity also. So in case to find the resistivity, rho is equal to, here you will write the S pi R square, and the L. R is the diameter, R is the radius of the wire of S. Remember, it is the radius of unknown wire, and L is the length of this S, length of the L, length of S. So using this equation, this formula, we can find the resistivity of the material of the given wire S. Okay, so this is the use of the meter bridge. Now one more device we can discuss, that is known as the rheostat. Okay, so see, what is the rheostat? Rheostat can be used in two ways. First, as a current controller, and second, it is as the potential divider, Okay, there are two uses of rheostat. It is a very important device. See, what is this? Actually, it is an instrument which controls these things, current controller, and also used as a potential divider. Now, generally, actually, it is the hollow cylinder. It is the hollow cylinder of asbestos or the China clay, okay, on which the oxidized nichrome wire is wounded. Oxidized means, in that case, it will separate the one wire with the another wire. Okay, so it is just like the insulator also. So oxidized wire is used here. Okay, now this is a strip, which is the sliding strip over a metallic rod. We can slide. Okay, so it will touch this wire. Say it is the DC is the rod, and A, B, these are the terminals. A, B are the terminals. So here we have three terminals, C, A, and B. These are the three terminals. Now we can use this into two ways, na? So first, see the first use. This is as a current controller. See how we use the current controller. This is the use. Okay, so actually two wires are needed to connect in the circuit. First wire you will connect from the C, essentially. Okay, C. And the second wire, you have option, you can add from A or from B. From A or from B in the circuit. You can connect like this. If you are connecting from from A. In that case, if your slider is moving in this way, it means you are increasing the length of the resistance wire, that is the nichrome wire. You are increasing the length, and you know resistance is directly proportional to the length, so you are increasing the length. If you are sliding, your slider is going towards the C, it means you are increasing the resistance, and it will decrease the current in the circuit. So it will decrease the current. And here, suppose you are moving this direction, it is connected here, it means you are decreasing the length, so this length will be counted in this case, and here this length is connected, this length will be observed. So again, just try to understand. Suppose slider is moving this side, it means you are increasing the length, increasing the resistance, increasing the length, increasing the resistance, and so the current will decrease. And here, suppose it is moving this direction, it means length is decreasing. Length is decreasing means the current will be increasing. Okay, now as a potential divider, see this diagram, potential divider. In potential divider, sometimes you have a battery of 12 volt and you need only the 6 volt is required in your circuit. Then what you will do, you will divide the potential into two parts, 6 plus 6. So to divide, just connect the cell or the battery from A to B, A and B, like this here. Okay, connect like this. And again you have option from A or from B. From A or from B, you have another same option as in the current controller case. So suppose this slider is just in between, that is at 50%. At 50%, it means now your potential is divided exactly in two parts, that is 12 volt. 12 volt battery will behave as a 6 volt battery. Okay, and here also, suppose you are moving in this direction, suppose 60%, from there 60%, it means the 60% of the 12 volt will be utilized, will be shown by the meter. Okay, and here also, so it means you can increase or decrease the potential by slider, by using the sliding strip. Okay, so this is the two ways to use the rheostat. It's a very important device, will be used in maximum electrical appliances. So this is about the rheostat, and in next video we'll discuss the potentiometer in which we use the rheostat also.